Customs and Chimera's Comics with another action figure review. We have a giant size review for you today because I've got a box set I opened. I also want to show off our brand new t-shirts. Pretty cool. Nicholas commissioned these based off our Instagram logo. I think it's now going to be our official logo. Kind of a riff off the classic DC 90s bullet logo. So I hope you all like that. And brand awareness. Anyways, as I was opening this box of figures today, I thought to myself, gee, how am I going to keep doing a weekly review on action figures? I'm going to run out of figures eventually. And I realized I buy way too many toys. Without further ado, I have the 3-pack Batman Beyond action figure set from DC Collectibles. I've been waiting on this for a long time. I will start with Ace the Bat-Hound, who should not be overlooked in this set. Like every character they've made, this is very on model. It's very interesting to see how they try to do a dog's anatomy while still allowing it to be posable. It moves, and it still maintains its shape, which is actually kind of impressive when you can see it up close. Ace is nothing really special. His head, though, has a terrific range of motion on this ball joint here. But it's just really cool to have Ace the Bat-Hound, finally. Next up is one of the two full-size action figures that appears in the set is the elderly Bruce Wayne from the series. This Bruce Wayne figure has, I don't know what base they might have used underneath, but this smock that he wears is like a rubber piece that goes on over it. And I think it perfectly captures his shape from the cartoon. From all angles, this looks like the cartoon. And what's never ceased to impress me about these DC animated series figures is how they managed to keep it so on model, but they took something 2D and made it 3D. These sculptors deserve the highest of kudos. Don't let the lack of surface detail dissuade you from the figure. Just because it's smooth all over does not mean that there wasn't some brilliant sculpting involved in giving this figure its shape. He may not seem exciting, but I think the elderly Bruce Wayne figure is great. And I'd like to comment here on how I'm really glad this came out as a 3-pack, and it would be nice if they released just the Batman Beyond, and I'm sure that at some point they'll do a re-release of just the single figure. They've been known to do that before, and I wouldn't blame them. But if they hadn't done this 3-pack, I sincerely doubt we would have ever seen elderly Bruce Wayne, or definitely not Ace the Bat-Hound. On the other hand, I am a little surprised because in the animated series line they've done Gordon and Bullock and a bunch of other civilians, so maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we would have gotten our elderly Bruce Wayne. But for whatever reason, they decided to do it as a 3-pack, and I'm glad they did. Without further ado, Batman. Terry McGinnis, the Batman of Batman Beyond. This figure is so cool. It is like my childhood brought to life. He's got incredible posability, in his joints here. The way that the ball joints fit into here give his arms complete range of motion while still allowing for these really broad shoulders here. Of course, he looks, again, completely on model to the cartoon. He comes with his awesome batarang and about 70 different hands or so for the figure. You can pose the wings that he comes with, as if he's flying more. You can twist them, you can bend them. You can take it off completely if you want a more like combat ready Terry McGinnis. You can just take off the helmet. So, and again, you really only see the sculpt break up kind of here in the pelvis. This kind of joint seems kind of impossible to do. Maybe they could have done something with a ball joint. I tell you again, the head's completely seamless, and yet 100% range of motion. This is probably something Marvel Legends can learn a little bit from. So that's the 3-pack. You can pick this up at Chimera's Comics, LaGrange or Oak Lawn. It's actually a pretty good. It's a pretty fairly priced set. Normally these figures are $24.99 a piece, and the set's not much more than that. I think it's well worth it. So swing by and pick them up before they're gone, because this is one I don't know that we'll be able to reorder in for you. And if you're not anywhere near Illinois, definitely try to pick it up anyway, because I think this stuff is pretty great. You know, you might notice that most of my action figure reviews are very positive, and that's because I kind of screen them before I buy them. I don't buy figures that I think I'm not going to like, and I don't buy figures that I'm at least not optimistic about. Then when I get them, I try to look for the best in them, you know, and I think that's a good way to be in life. You know, try to look for the best in a situation, try to learn from the mistakes. So that's why my reviews are positive to those of you who think I need to be harsher on these things. Kind of a stack deck that I already know I'm going to like the figure before I get it. Thanks very much, and come back next week. I'm going to review the Marvel Select Destroyer action figure.